The most subscribed Minecraft YouTuber ever, Dream, has been caught up in a new controversy, and one that is not like any before. Forget cheating in a Minecraft speedrun, throw that out the window. This controversy is something that can permanently end his career once and for all, so let's take a look together at what has gone down the past couple days. On October 3rd, Twitter user OxyClean would make a thread about her personal experience with Dream after he face revealed the previous day. The thread wouldn't gain any traction until 10 days later on the 13th, and goes into detail on what they've done and talked about together. She would first say that he already showed his face to her 2 years prior when flirting with her when she was a minor. She would contemplate hashtagging it before going through with it, alludes to some random thing about talking to younger people, and shows that they have been friends on Snapchat since March 19, 2020, along with sending Dream's reaction when he saw her screenshot their friendship date. She would go on to post an image showing her telling him she's under 18 in DMs, along with the video showing these DMs are from his main account and not some fake stuff going on at all. She would post another video again showing that they DM'd each other on Twitter and whatnot, and then post some text messages between the two of them, which are basically just normal cringy flirty text messages between two people. She would go on to talk about him talking to her when she was 17 was really bad stuff and ramble on a bit about that, and then post proof of having his number by showing her TikTok saying that Dream was from her contacts. Some people thought this could be fake, so someone else would show a post back in October 2020 of her referencing how he talked to her when she was 17, and in some leaked DMs would even have her referencing it as well with a friend of hers. So by all means, Dream and this girl definitely messaged each other at one point or another. During this time they were messaging each other, Dream was 20 given his birthday is August 12th, 1999, and she said she was 17. Now I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, a 3-year age gap ain't exactly nothing too crazy if you ask me. I've defended it before and I'll defend it again, because the messages show two people talking back and forth with nobody showing any discomfort at all. It's flirty and it's cringe, but it isn't nothing to hold against either person as something with malicious intent, and implying other things like the 13 or 15-year-old doesn't make your claim look any good without any hard proof. It really muddies the waters and makes it look out to be somebody who had malicious intent when revealing all this information. With all that being said, Dream was reckless here for talking to this girl because she did say she wasn't 18 and he kept talking to her, and given how the internet reacts to this kind of stuff, it was a stupid move through and through. Nothing cancel worthy, but certainly stupid, risky, and reckless. After seeing all this, putting it together and making my mind up, I headed to sleep seeing it as another wannabe cancellation thread, but when I woke up the next day some more stuff dropped, and this time it was much more than just a small 3-year age gap. In a thread that was made trying to gather up every little thing that can be used to cancel Dream on Twitter, a user named Amanda would drop a bomb and say that when she was 17, Dream sent nude pictures to her, including an especially graphic one on Snapchat, and included 2 videos as well, one of their messages between each other on Instagram dating back to January this year, and another of their Snapchat messages between each other, showing that they have a history together. Suddenly things were ramping up once more, and she would post a couple of videos to TikTok before getting deleted off the site for some reason. The bottom 2 are just more confirmation the messages are real, but the top 2 are the important ones here as she goes into more detail on their interactions between each other. She would first message Dream on September 23rd, 2020, basically just saying how much of a fan she is of him and whatnot, and he would reply back and they would chat a bit like any people would. She would skip ahead to January 17th of this year and say that once she added him on Snapchat, that's when things took off between the two of them, as well as giving people her reason for such a large gap in their text because she said she had a boyfriend and stopped speaking to Dream during that time.
That's his private, Dream Clay. He told me to add him on it, so I added him. That's when everything starts to take off. And if you're questioning the gap between 2020 and 2021, like the end of 2021 into 2022, it's because I had a boyfriend, so I stopped messaging him.
She would go on to show the Snapchat messages we've already seen and say that between January 17th to February 10th, that's when everything went down between the two of them.
So from the 17th to maybe February 10th is the time frame where we were texting.
She would say he sent those 2 pics mentioned earlier and she reciprocated, and that when she was heading to Orlando in August on vacation, he suggested they hook up with each other at his house, along with blocking her soon after seeing her tweet made the rounds on Twitter.
I informed him that I was coming to Orlando in August, and it was suggested that we meet up and have sex. I was either going to have him come to the resort I was at, or he was going to pick me up and bring him to his house. He told me that he has a chest full of toys that he was going to use on me. And to top it all off, he blocked me after seeing my tweet. You want evidence for that? Here it is. He blocked me. Gone.
Now when this tweet started going around, some people were a bit skeptical with what was going on. She said she was 17 when everything went down between the two of them, but didn't have any proof of age, and everything she said that happened had no evidence as well. However, it's very clear that she was in contact with him, and he did send flirty messages to her as well, but her age and everything that happened between them was nothing more than hearsay at the most. Twitter did what Twitter does and took the news and ran with it, with a shit ton of misinformation going around about his age and her age and whatnot. It's nothing you haven't seen before on the site. Dream himself would catch wind of one of the TikTok videos that Amanda posted, and so fans were wondering when he would make a proper response to what the hell was going on. He already made reference to the previous situation the day before in his private Twitter account, but this new situation was a much bigger deal, and so he would drop a tweet longer going over everything for people to see. It would open up with him apologizing for taking so long to reply properly because he was busy and all that, and then he starts to go right into everything. Dream talks about the first thread from OxyClean, stating that there were no inappropriate comments between the two of them whatsoever, that she said she was 18 years old in her bio, thus giving him the impression that she was 18, and that it's impossible for those text messages to be from him because he uses a Google Voice number on his TikTok account and it has no ability to iMessage from that. He ends that part off saying that she was 18 years old and it said she was 18 in her Twitter bio. What's interesting about this part is he says he asked for her age, which is true, and she replies she was under 18, but Dream doesn't mention this message at all in the entire tweet longer and instead just says, oh, she said she was 18 and her Twitter bio says she was 18. It's strange that he wouldn't admit he kept talking to her after figuring out she was under 18 despite clear evidence of that being out there, but whatever. Dream then talks about Amanda next and says she was 18 when they chatted together, before going on a tangent about parasocial relationships and whatnot, something that's not really important to the overall claims in general. All that part does is serve as a distraction from the main purpose, which is to refute any claims made against him. He would then say he tries to keep people as comfortable as he can when he talks to them, and that he believes people are going after him now because he made the decision to stop using that Snapchat account and make a new one for only real friends and basically start over on that front. He goes on about how his team has access to all his social media accounts and that things are getting extremely serious to the point he's pursuing legal action against anyone who uses his name to spread disinformation about him because of this situation. He ends things off saying he feels sorry for real victims and that hopefully this puts some of the stuff to rest as he enjoys the rest of his vacation in LA. What's important to note from this tweet longer is that Dream claims Amanda was 18 when everything went down, but Amanda claims she was 17. However, they met on September 23rd, 2020, and using a post of hers when she said it was her birthday, it was easy to put two and two together and figure out that Dream was 21 and Amanda was 16 when they first met. That means this whole time they were speaking to each other, there was a 4.5-year age gap, give or take a couple of days. Amanda would make a post telling Dream to own up to what he did or she would get the police involved, and then would prove her birthday by using her permit, showing that she was indeed underage when they were messaging on Snapchat together. People started to absolutely hound Amanda, telling her to get her Snapchat history and leak whatever was said between January 10th to February 18th, but she would instead head to the police wanting to do this the proper way and not dirty the evidence by letting the public get a hold of it. Also something to note, during this time a Twitter user named Avril would make a bunch of cryptic posts about the situation, alluding to the notion that she knows who Amanda is, would post saying that they used to know each other and that Amanda is stealing her experience with another content creator to use against Dream for clout, as well as saying the Snapchats are fake, and make a weird series of tweets basically saying the same thing, but that she's looking for proof and that she's scared of Amanda for some reason. She would then imply she's taking things to court as well, leak a message apparently alluding that Dream's ex-girlfriend Sam is in this somehow, and then reiterate that she's working with their legal team and doesn't know why Sam's name is being brought up. That's where everything is currently at. Dream says he's suing, it seems Amanda might be too depending on how things pan out, and this Avril person is alluding to the same thing as well. Dream and Amanda definitely spoke with each other by this point, there's no doubt about that, but one thing I can't get out of my head is that there's still no proof of Amanda telling Dream her age in DMs. Amanda said she was 17 when it happened, but Dream said she was 18. And while we know Amanda was telling the truth after she posted her birthday, we don't know what she said to Dream and if she ever told him her age in DMs. This begs the question, why would both Amanda and Dream not show any proof to this? Depending on what was said, either one of them could have used it as evidence to prove the other wrong, but instead we just got a bunch of hearsay to work with. In Dream's twit longer, he could have dug through those DMs, found the part where Amanda could have supposedly lied about her age, and ended things right there. On the other end, if Amanda initially showed any proof of her telling him she was underage in DMs, Dream would have easily lost his internet career right then and there, but since she went to the police, whatever was said between the two of them is gonna stay with them until someone leaks something. Another thing too, a lot of what Amanda has said that went down between the two of them is hearsay with no evidence, but again, it's easy to get your Snapchat history, and since she's gone to the police to prove it all to them, it's a good thing she's doing things the proper way. I'm not trying to imply that going to the police was a bad thing, by the way. It's the right thing to do. I'm just pondering about questions that won't be answered for a very long time. Now the Avril thing, I'ma be real with y'all, this seems like a red herring and nothing more. It's nothing but a bunch of illusions at most, and how exactly did Amanda steal your experience with another content creator? I don't understand this logic at all. It sounds like she's implying Amanda is using her evidence to frame Dream, but how's that even possible? Those ain't Avril's fingers in the TikTok videos, those are clearly Amanda's. And the one showing Dream blocking Amanda is recent as hell, so there's no way it's an old video Avril sent to Amanda when they were apparently friends. And I say apparently because Avril has shown no evidence showing that they were friends and were talking at one point. Also something to note, Avril sent a bunch of messages about how the Dream Discord is on lockdown and how others are being dragged into it, but it begs the question, if Amanda apparently stole the story and Avril obviously knows this given she says it was hers, why make these tweets implying she's worried about what would happen when she shouldn't, as she already apparently knows this all to be fake? None of this makes any sense to me, and frankly this leak comes off as nothing more but a bid for attention on Twitter. This is a very concerning situation at hand, because if what happened between Dream and Amanda is true, that means a 22-year-old was sending pictures to a 17-year-old, and that is some really messed up stuff. They're both taking things to the police, so I'm not expecting anything new to come out to the public anymore, but if stuff leaks, I'm definitely gonna cover it on Twitter and work on a new video. For now though, a lot of stuff is up in the air, so we just gotta wait and see what the future holds. What do you guys think about this Dream situation? It's clear this is a much bigger deal than initially expected, because this isn't some random fake cancellation nonsense, but some real, hard evidence against the biggest Minecraft YouTuber ever. Make sure to tell me your opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching today's video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, with all of that out of the way, I will see you guys later.